Good evening, I'm Ivania Keshia as your anchor, and this is your news update for tonight. Tonight, two stories from Indonesia. One is difficult, one is worth celebrating. We begin with the difficult one. In early February, a 10-year-old boy named Johannes took his own life in Ngada Regency, East Nusa Tenggara. The reported trigger, he asked his mother for 10,000 rupiah, enough to buy a book and a pen for school, but his mother had nothing to give. The Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education visited the family's home days later. Parliament responded with a formal session. Child welfare organization issued statements, but the boy was already gone. Forensic psychologist Rezra Indragiri Amriel said that for children, suicide is not a decision to die. It is an expression of despair so deep they can no longer put it into words. This is not an isolated case. According to the Indonesian Child Protection Commission, known as KPAI, Indonesia has the highest rate of child suicide in South Asia. In 2023, 46 children died by suicide, 43 in 2024. Experts and lawmakers point to a structural problem. Poverty rates in East Nusa Tenggara stand at 18.6%, more than double the national average. In rural areas, that number climbs to 23%. UGM sociologist Andreas Putri Widayanta said that the tragedy cannot be read as a family problem. It is, he said, a state failure, a failure to protect the children from the consequences of structural poverty. The government has not yet announced a formal policy change in response to the case. Johannes was only 10 years old. He wanted to go to school. We turn now to a different kind of story, one that started on a river in Riau and ended up on screens around the world. The Patu Jalur is a traditional longboat race held every August in Kuantan Singi Regency, Riau Province on the island of Sumatra. The tradition dates to the 17th century when villagers used large boats to transport their harvest along the Kuantan River. Over time, those journeys become races, and those races become a festival. Each boat, called a jalur, carries between 40 to 60 rowers. They train for months, and the race is about speed, but also about something harder to measure. At the front of every boat stands a single figure, not a rower, but a dancer. In the local tradition, this role is called the tukang tari. Their job is to perform traditional movements at the row of the boat as it races down the river. Costumes, drum beats, and dramatic poses are all part of it. Last August, an 11-year-old boy named Ryan Arkandika performed that role. Someone filmed it and posted it online, and within days, the world was watching. The clip went viral on TikTok under the hashtag #AuraFarming, referring to the undeniable stage presence of the boy on a fast-moving boat. The video accumulated millions of views. Paris Saint-Germain Football Club posted their own version, with players mimicking his moves. The caption read, quote, "His aura made it all the way to Paris," end quote. The impact was immediate on the ground. The 2025 Patu Jalur Festival drew an estimated 1.5 million visitors. Officials recorded a 30% increase in tourism compared to the previous year. The event generated an estimated 75 billion rupiah in regional economic activity. For many locals, the attention was surreal. One resident told the reporters, quote, "I never would have thought that all eyes are on this small place on the western side of Riau," end quote. A 400-year-old tradition, one 11-year-old boy, and the internet did the rest. That is all the news update for this evening. I'm Ivania Keshia as your anchor. Good night.